Many people think that it's only something that happens when you get older, but it can happen at any age, even in kids. I've seen children who have dry eye, especially from being on screens. There are really two types of dry eye, or two main categories of dry eye. One category, which is the larger bucket of people, is that they produce enough tears, but they just evaporate too quickly. And that's kind of what I was alluding to before, is the tears just evaporate. And they evaporate too quickly because in most cases, we have these tiny little glands in our eyelids. They're called meibomian glands. They look like little fingers. We have about 25 to 30 glands in each eyelid. And those glands are not secreting oils or secreting healthy enough oils. And so the tears are evaporating. And to manage that, we know that you mentioned nutrition is really important. We know that omegas can make a big difference. So specifically omega-3s. And so there are studies that have shown, there was one study called the Women's Health Initiative that looked at, well, I think over 30,000 nurses. And they found that the people who had fish at least twice a week in their diet had a reduced risk of dry eye. And the fish that were, that had the most benefit were actually tuna and salmon, I believe, from that study. So have your omega-3s. If you don't eat fish, you can get them, from some plant-based sources or from supplements. But also, we also recommend for the eyes, when to promote oil production and keep those glands healthy, we recommend hot compresses. And many people think that, they can just run like a little washcloth under warm water and put that on their eyes. That's not enough, unfortunately, because we need the heat to really be retained and to get to those glands. So I always recommend getting a professional grade like eye mask. They're not expensive at all. I have a few on my website that I like, that I trust, companies. But basically, you heat it up. We can put it in the microwave, or you can put it in a steamer, heat it up if you don't have a microwave that way. Put it on your eyes for about 5-10 minutes. And that heat will get to the glands, stimulate oil production, and get the glands to secrete healthy oil so they don't get clogged. Many people actually, when the glands get clogged, they get styes. And people don't realize that they're getting styes because their glands are not healthy. And so warm compresses are the way to go to prevent that from happening.